And our final bout today is at 174 pounds, and it features Logan Ritchie, redshirt sophomore from New Boston, Michigan. Went to New Boston Huron High School. Wrestled at 160 in high school, and now all the way up to 174 in college. 8-14 record this year. Taking on Ryan Christensen, a redshirt junior from Woodinville, Wisconsin. Was named the Badgers' most improved wrestler in 2016. He's qualified for the last 2 NCAA tournaments and finished 6th at 174 last year at the Big Ten Championships.
And he's setting himself up for success again this season. In the latest coaches poll, he's ranked 26th, and you want to be top 32. And I know a lot of coaches out there really don't pay attention to the first coaches poll. It's the second and third, but it's still nice to see your name in those rankings.
And this spot for Michigan State would normally be occupied in the lineup by Drew Hughes, who qualified for the tournament last year and is one of the leaders in this program, and was injured earlier in the year and is receiving a medical hardship. So this is another hole that the Spartans had to fill in their lineup, because Hughes and Gaska were kind of the 2 returners that Coach Chandler was really counting on for leadership, which he's still getting, but it's still good to have him out on the mat.
And when you think of Drew Hughes, you think of the top position. Drew Hughes being one of the most dominant wrestlers in the country, and you see a lot of 3-2, 2-1, 1-0 matches won by Drew Hughes, because he's so dominant in that top position that if you're tied, he's not afraid. We haven't seen anybody today pick the top position, and I'm guessing we won't. Drew Hughes, if he was wrestling today, you would see him pick the top position. That's how confident he is in his ability. But yeah, you mentioned it, not being in the lineup. Did get surgery, so will be back next season. And he was in the round of 12, the blood round, 1 match away from being a true freshman All-American. When you hear a freshman All-American, that's great. You want to put it through the roof, add the true in front of that freshman.
Really, really impressive. And Drew will be a welcome sight for Coach Chandler in his lineup next year. Here, we still have no score as we reach under 30 seconds in the 174-pound match here in Jenison, our final match of the day.
Christensen looking for a high crotch from an open position there. Logan Ritchie slowing him down with that over tie. Look to switch to an underhook, and that's how the first period will end.
Time runs out, no score. It's been we've had 2 pretty distinct types of matches today. Either no scoring a lot or quick scoring. There's been really no in between, as Logan Ritchie is working really, really hard.
Christensen chose the down position to start the second period. Ritchie started in the top position.
I can hear them yelling.
As Christensen picks up the 1 point for the escape, the early 1-0 lead here in the second period.
This final scoreboard of this match is going to be pretty lopsided in favor of the Badgers, but that's not very indicative of how the matches went down today. The last couple have been pretty dominant by the Badgers, but pretty close all the way around the board.
Yeah, you have to put emphasis on the big guy and the little guy, Rayvon Foley and Christian Rebataro.
2 guys that have, Rebataro of late has been really clutch for the Spartans, but Rayvon Foley's been a pretty sure thing all year long as a true freshman wrestling at 125.
And looking forward, I'm sure that heading into Ohio State next week with Kyle Snyder traveling tomorrow to Krasnoyarsk, Russia for the 2018 Ivan Urigan, the world's toughest tournament.
Which you will also be attending.
Yes, but you don't see Ohio State in the lineup, and you look at Christian Rebataro heading into the Big Ten Championship, finishing out the Big Ten season with Michigan on February 9th. Rebataro can find himself going on a run here late in January, heading into February, and that's what you want to see, especially heading into March. He has a lot of stuff working for him. You mentioned Big Ten Championship, being here in East Lansing, going on a run.
It's not out of the question, especially you can just see it in his eyes how he's so confident right now. But yeah, you're going to be missing the cold Michigan winter when you head off to Russia when it's negative 40 degrees.
Negative 40 is the high today. That's exciting.
I'll take my 30 degrees here in Michigan and I'll like it.
So Ritchie coming up to his feet, fighting a hand now, looking for and now that all came from Roger Chandler, the locking hands call. So let's see what we get here. Do we get a stall call and a locking hands? We do get a stall call.
Roger Chandler has been on our official today. Now Barry Davis is as well.
So when he's holding the wrist and not interlocking the hands, it's hold the riding time because of that count. So it wasn't the locking hands call. So Barry Davis is also asking the same thing. Was it a locking hands call?
These two coaches coaching till the very end today.
There he is. What is?
So with 1:26 remaining in our third period here, Ritchie will start down and look for the escape.
Now it's whoever gets their hips high in this
Look at
position.
this action, wow.
Ooh. And if they still had the brick, that was close to locking hands. It's going to be one either way for Ritchie if he doesn't pick up this reversal here.
What an exciting end to our day here.
And how about this? Red is in control right now.
Ritchie does pick up the point.
So green has the leg up in the air, but red is still in control. Riding time sitting at 53, so that's not a factor. 40 seconds strapped down. It's going to be exciting. Dangerous position for Ritchie here. Christensen hooks, and now he's going to want to start to get that left hip down to the mat. And short time left. Ritchie has to keep his back from being exposed. And now continue to belly down.
Oh, and Christensen takes the win at the buzzer, basically. Wow, what a way to end our day here in East Lansing. Ryan Christensen takes a 3-1 decision over Logan Ritchie.